Where's Waldo? Oh hi KBP. Sad day, too exhausted to hang out, I'll catch up in the morning. No prob. Getting started soon. Toss any links to cool stories into the Discord.
Oh, hi. Hello. How you doing? My name is Waldo, and I am here to feel the politics with you. But not until I get the crud out of my throat. I thought I was doing good today. I had a cold a couple of days ago, but I got over it, I thought, until I just started talking. And then all of it came back, rushing back to me. Oh, my God. It's going to be hard to do a podcast like that. That was awful, and I apologize. I'm terrible. How are you? Anyway, yeah. Not a whole lot of news going on today, so I've got a couple of headlines lined up, a couple of war updates, and then some cool Twitter things to look at, and then we'll play Vampire Survivor. So that's the plan for tonight. Appreciate everybody who was here. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hopping in the chat. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling. And it'll be kind of a wild, all over the place stream tonight. Should turn me into a newt, but then I got better. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. I was a newt, but then I got better. So it's not too bad. I hope you have your chisel ready, Shincinto. We're going to get to it. We're going to need your chisel. There's another one to add to the list. Another one to the wall. It's going to happen. According to Donald Trump, there's another place that has ceased to exist, but we won't get to that yet. Soon, but not yet. Sharpened, yeah. Sharpened and ready to roll. I hope you're prepared. All right, let's start with just the war updates. How about some war updates? How about that? Where is my window capture? There we go. There it is. Hezbollah fires at Tel Aviv as Israel bombards Lebanon. So it's happening. World War III again. This is like the fourth World War III we've had this year. And it's happening again. More World War III, more World War III. Next week we'll have another World War III. It'll be great. What could possibly go wrong? Lots and lots and lots of World War IIIs. Israel's army chief says the military is preparing for a possible ground incursion. So they're going to send troops into Lebanon. His remarks come as the IDF announces it's calling up 2 reserve brigades for operational missions in the northern sector. Hezbollah missile intercepted near Israel's economic center Tel Aviv is the first fired by the militant group to reach close to the city. The Israel military said Hezbollah said it had targeted the headquarters of Israel's intelligence service Mossad. Israel and Hezbollah are trading waves of strikes as their conflict escalates, forcing thousands in Lebanon to flee their homes. Israel military has vowed to speed up its offensive operations against Hezbollah without reprieve. Joe Biden said all-out war is possible in the Middle East, but that the window is still open to pull the region back from the brink of escalating conflict. I don't think it is. I think this is just going to be the way they act from now on. 3 World War IIIs in 1 year is the equivalent of World War 18. I think you're right. Let's see. France and U.S. working on 21-day ceasefire. I don't think that'll work. Netanyahu will travel to New York Thursday ahead of UN address. Netanyahu is just absolutely nuts, dude. Like, he just thinks that if he just blows everybody up as hard as he can, it'll be fine. It's wild. World War cubed. Yeah, it's a mess. He is not doing us any favors, and he's going to drag all of us into war so that he doesn't lose elections. I kind of think that's what it is. If he ever stops doing wars, they'll have an election, they'll have a referendum, and they'll replace him, and he'll be out of power. So he just keeps the war going forever. It's kind of what we used to say about George W. Bush back in 2000 and stuff like that, is that he would just drag the wars on forever so that he could stay in power and be in charge. And you can't change. We said that in 2004. I want to say during the 2004 election. Some of you might be too young to remember, but 2004. It was like, hey, you can't change leaders in the middle of a war. You can't possibly vote for a different president in the middle of this Iraq war. And we didn't, and it just kept going. So don't change horses in the middle of a race, I think is what they were saying back in 2004. So maybe he's pushing that idea forever and ever and ever. Never stop the war, never have an election, never let anybody replace him because he's too important to the war effort. I don't know, maybe. It seems like a bad idea, though. At some point, you'll run out of. I mean, I don't know what he's thinking. It doesn't seem like a good idea. He's making the world more dangerous for his people, I think. I don't think that he's helping them at all. I don't think the people of Israel are helped by him bombing all these other places and starting a bunch of wars. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Seems harmful. But that's gonna pop up in over the next couple of months as we get closer to the U.S. election, and he knows it too. So he's gonna keep doing these things because he wants Donald Trump to win. He does. Netanyahu wants Trump to win so that Trump can give him everything he's ever wanted and let him just bomb the shit out of everybody he ever wants. And the United States military will absolutely help him in all of those efforts because that's what he wants. He wants to bomb the shit out of these Muslims. Donald Trump wants to bomb the shit out of the Muslims. He's going to fill his cabinet with people who are going to bomb the shit out of the Muslims, and it's going to be a great time for all of them. That's the plan. That's what he's hoping for. And if he can cause a little bit more instability, if he can lob a few bombs over the next 60 days, that makes Donnie's numbers go up, he will. And that seems like a bad time to me. Kill a bunch of people and then get a bunch more people killed and get Donald Trump elected. It's a lose, 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 lose situation. It's not fun. Let's see. What else we got? I'm all over the road tonight. So this is Al Franken. You know him. He used to be a senator, but then he got the Dems fired him from being a senator because 10 years earlier he pretended to honk boobs. That's what it was. He pretended to honk boobs in a photo a decade earlier. And that means you don't get to be a Democratic senator anymore. You just don't. So they booted him out because they have standards, apparently. I think their standards are a little high, but whatever. Here he is talking about tariffs.
I just want to get the concept of what a tariff is down.
Let's do that.
Okay, because a lot of people think, let's say, I'm going to use a different example. I'm going to use televisions, okay? Let's say Best Buy wants to buy 1,000 televisions from China, Chinese and Trump or whoever has put a tariff on it of 20%, and they're $500 each. So that means $100 each tariff. Now, according to Trump, he thinks China pays the tariff. China doesn't pay the tariff.
No.
Best Buy pays the tariff.
Of course.
Yeah. And when Best Buy pays the tariff, it has to decide whether to pass that on to the consumer, or maybe cut it in half and make it. That's how tariffs work.
Right.
And Trump keeps saying this over and over again. And I wish this was kind of one of the things that the moderators had been asked during the thing. Is that how tariffs work? No, it doesn't. And she was right, saying it's a tax on the middle class, is okay. What she was saying.
Yeah, that's how tariffs work. China won't be paying us. No. The company that wants to buy the thing from China will pay the United States government that money. It won't be China's money. It'll be our company's monies. And if they don't want to do that, they'll have to buy American products. All those amazing American-made televisions and electronics, right? Those don't exist. We don't have a manufacturing base to create those things within the country. So they'll just raise the price of everything. If this idea of tariffs is to incentivize companies to buy things from Americans, doesn't work if we don't make anything. We don't have manufacturing jobs in America because capitalists moved them to the cheaper countries, to China, to Bangladesh, to Mexico, That was a capitalist that did that. It wasn't the government. It wasn't some complicated democratic plan. It was capital and the capitalists. They moved it there because it was cheaper for them to pay those people pennies and then import all the stuff. Makes them more money. They get to charge you. They get to upcharge you even more, and they get more profit. That's their plan. That's what their plan has been for a while. So if they pay more, tariffs are to curb the import goods by American vendors. Yeah, that's well and good if we're making a competing product. Yeah, we're not, though. We're not making anything, which means all the things at Walmart will go up. Everything in Walmart will go up in price if we have 100% tariffs. There's no way around it. There's no doubt about it. Anything that can be produced in America will be bought probably by a company. But then we don't have any, unless Donald Trump intends, before his tariffs go into place, to really ramp up American production. It's not going to happen. Everything's going to go up in price. And ramping up the American production that fast can't happen, won't happen. The companies would have to pay to do that. The government doesn't build car factories. The companies do. The companies build those factories. And if the companies don't want to do it, they're not gonna. You can incentivize them, but unless they're making way more money by hiring a bunch of Americans, they're not going to do that. What they're going to do is blame the government. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to blame Joe Biden. Donald Trump wins the election, puts those 100% tariffs in place. The tariffs then charge those companies more money. The company is going to blame the government. Donald Trump's going to point at Joe Biden, say he did this. Joe Biden did this in his inflation. This is inflation, you guys. This is inflation, not tariffs. No. The tariffs are fine. The tariffs are great. The tariffs are working. China's paying us money. No, they're not. This is Joe Biden's inflation. Thank God I'm here. Thank God I'm here. It could have been worse. This is what Joe Biden's inflation does to you. And it's his tariffs that's going to be doing it. But his fans won't know the difference. They'll just blame Obama. Shit. They'll fucking blame Hillary for remember you remember the 16 years that Hillary spent as our president. That's when she really ramped up the inflation that's going to be happening to us in 2025. And they won't know the difference because they're dumb. Let's see. Who is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. So this one just popped up. This is Higgins, Representative Higgins. House Reps over Republicans' vile post about Haitians. So Clay Higgins is facing bipartisan uproar from colleagues for a social media post disparaging Haitians, with Stephen Hansford even filing a motion to censure him. Let's see. We can look at what he typed over here, I think. So here's what happened. A group of Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, filed a citizen's criminal charges against Trump and Vance. Nothing's going to happen of this. Apparently in Ohio, you can just, file criminal charges and anytime anybody you want to, it seems. But you would have to have a district attorney pick up those charges and say, yes, criminal things happened, and then move forward with it. None of them are going to, because that wouldn't work, and it would be a stunt, and it would just get thrown out. It was not a thing. So Clay Higgins says, lol, first of all, lol. These Haitians are wild, eating pets, voodoo, nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere, cults, slapstick gangsters, but damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, filing charges against our president and VP. He's not the president. Representative Clay Higgins, do you know who the president is at the moment? It's not Donald Trump. All these thugs better get their mind right and their ass out of our country before January 20th. They're here legally. They're not illegal. They're not thugs. They're working. And why would they get out when our government brought them? I mean, they're here legally. They're here properly. If you change the law after January 20th, then maybe they would have to leave. I don't know. That wouldn't be a good idea. But eating pets and voodoo, again, nonsense. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of like a threat. It does kind of sound like a threat. But don't worry Okay, I know this sounds bad and it sounds awful, and we think that this is a bad guy, but don't worry. He feels bad about saying it, so he prayed about it. U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson, Pastor Mike Johnson, and Representative Clay Higgins' offensive tweet about Haitians. He prayed about it, and he regretted it, and he pulled the post down. That's what you want a gentleman to do. But, we move forward. We believe in redemption around here for the horrible racists. Pastor Johnson, listen, this guy's a racist, and just because he prayed about it and got some bad headlines and then he pulled it down doesn't make him less racist. It doesn't. He is a racist kind of piece of shit. So here he is, Higgins. They've filed a motion to censure him for his, frankly, un-American attitudes. Honestly, this is not an American. He's not. Well, he doesn't recognize what America is. He's born here and he's a member of the government, but he doesn't quite get what this whole America thing is about. Some Democrats went to Higgins on the floor and said that's disgusting and it's inappropriate and you need to take it down. He responded by, I'm not taking it down. I don't respond to threats. After filing his motion, Horsford told reporters that Higgins' post was vile and said we have to explore, sadly, every action possible. And this was one that we have available because it does violate the rules. He violates the rules of the House. Hakeem Jeffries put out a statement calling Higgins' post vile, racist, and beneath the dignity of the United States House of Representatives. He must be held accountable for dishonorable conduct that is unbecoming a member of Congress. I know he doesn't respond to threats. He makes them. Let's see. He's frank and outspoken person and a piece of shit. He's an asshole. I can say that too. Well, sure, Pastor Johnson, he's prayed about it and regretted it, but he's still a piece of shit and not good enough for my country. That's what I'm getting at. He's not good enough for my country. Do better. Be better. Republicans, conservatives, hire better people. Because you're screwing it up right now. Making us all look stupid. Making us all look bad. Let's see what else is in the news. Okay, here you go. You got your chisel ready, Shincinto? Here we go. Republicans follow Trump's lead of icing out Zelensky. So he's suggesting that we shouldn't give Zelensky any more money because he's a big fan of Russia, this Trump guy. Russia. He talks about them all the time, honestly. Former President Donald Trump on Wednesday criticized Vladimir Zelensky and claimed the Ukrainian president refuses to make a deal amid Russia's war in Ukraine, marking Trump's most explicit criticism of Zelensky handling of the war to date. Those cities are gone. Here you go. Shinson, are you ready? Those cities are gone. They're gone. They're gone, and we continue to give billions of dollars to a man who refused to make a deal. Zelensky, there was no deal that he could have made that wouldn't have been better than the situation.
Gay.
Carrot, thank you very much for turning the frog gay. It's a very cool thing you just did. I'm proud of you. I hope you're proud of yourself. There's no deal that could have been made that wouldn't have been better in the situation than what you have right now. You have a country that's been obliterated. Well, not possible to be rebuilt. So, Shincinto, we're going to add... No. You have to add the entire country of Ukraine to the wall, Shincinto. So, I know you can only do American cities, but we're doing the entire country of Ukraine. According to Donald Trump, the entire country of Ukraine is gone. It's dead. It's wiped off the map. It has ceased to be. Carrot, hit us with your hot take. Feel free. We're rambling and all over the place tonight, hitting the headlines and then playing some video games. So give us a hot take or do exclamation TTS to do text to speech. I'll try no hours for that. You don't have to put every city. You just put the entire city, the entire country of Ukraine. You're just going to you're going to chisel that into the wall. It'll be fine. Since it's gone now too. According to Donald Trump, there's just a big empty hole in the map, I suppose, where Ukraine used to be. The comments came at the same time as the rising furor on Capitol Hill over the Ukrainian president among Republicans, and House GOP lawmakers are attempting to investigate what U.S. taxpayers' resources went towards supporting Zelensky's security as he traveled to Pennsylvania, while GOP senators are warning the Ukrainian to stay out of American politics. Wait, now he has to stay out of American politics? Donald Trump talked to him on the perfect phone call and tried to get him to back him up and jump into American politics. Donald Trump tried to drag him into American politics. He did. He said, find me some dirt on Biden. Find me some dirt on Hunter Biden. Dragging him into American politics. But now he's got to stay out. These Republicans are complicated. They are difficult to deal with, you know? And when Trump's in charge, they're dragging him in. When Trump's not in charge, they're kicking him out. Topsy-turvy, these Republicans. Zelensky has lost 70% of military equipment that U.S. and Europe paid for. He didn't lose it. I don't see that. I don't think that number is accurate. He didn't lose it. He's fighting a war. Let's see. The latest line in Republican attacks speaker to the broader political divisions over U.S. Involvement in the Russia-Ukraine war. Republican leaders so far declining to meet Zelensky while he's in Washington, D.C. While Democrats are embracing the opportunity, Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson are not currently scheduled to meet with the Ukrainian president. Vice President Hakeem Jeffries and Kamala Harris are scheduled to have meetings. Let's see. What was this? Who said this? This was, Ukrainians will never accept why anyone in the world believes that such a brutal colonial past, which suits no one today, can be imposed on Ukraine now instead of a normal, peaceful life, says the president of Ukraine. Trump was unmoved. He said every time he came to our country, he'd walk away with $60 billion. He's probably the greatest salesman on earth. Is he keeping that money, Carrot? Well, Donald Trump seems to think he's just keeping it. In his speech, what is he doing with it? According to Trump, his entire country has been destroyed. Is he just buying Bitcoin? What is he doing with all this stuff? I'm starting to think that this Trump guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Fighter jet just rolled onto the couch and he couldn't be bothered to move it, pick up, or retrieve it. Yeah. Set related to what's been used in battle. He's fighting a war against the Russians. We're giving him the equipment, and he's doing it, and we're giving them money to pay the troops and stuff like that. You got to keep these things going. You got to buy the supplies. You got to pay the troops. You got to buy more bullets. You got to organize stuff. Let's see. Trump blamed Biden and Harris for the Russian invasion. Yeah, of course he did. They just don't know what to do. They're locked into a situation. It's sad. They just don't know what to do because Ukraine is gone. It's not Ukraine anymore. You can never replace those cities and towns. You can never replace the dead people. So many dead people. A deal could have been made. There wouldn't have been one person that died, and there wouldn't have been a golden tower lying shattered on its side. A deal could have been made if we had a competent president. A deal to let Russia have more land that isn't theirs, to take from someone else's country. It doesn't make any sense. They'll just take another part next year. They took the, what's it called? They took the, that peninsula. What was it called? Not the Donbass. The Crimea. They took Crimea. Russia came and took Crimea from them during the Obama administration. And then a few years later, they waited until everything cooled off and they tried to take some more. And then a few years after Donald Trump gives them half of Ukraine, they'll take some more. And then a couple of years after that, they'll take something from Estonia. Then a couple of years after that, they'll take something from Lithuania. A couple of years after that, they'll take something from somebody else. It's how they have always operated. They are... NATO is a 19th century solution to Russia, which is an 18th century problem of just larger countries gobbling up the little ones. It's not new or it's not a new thing. It's an old problem that we've been dealing with forever. Well, he brought several properties around the world. He bought €5 million Bugatti 2 months back. All these assets are in his wife's name. Okay. Is he keeping $60 billion hidden somewhere? Actually threw out a tank with the recycling. Didn't realize that the truck picked it up in the bin. I'll look into that, Carrot. But I haven't heard anything about it, but I can look into it. Let's see. So yeah, that's a mess. The U.S. is sending $375 million. So where did the $60 billion come from, Donnie? $375 million in military aid to Ukraine, and will announce billions more. The Biden administration on Wednesday said the U.S. will send Ukraine an undisclosed number of medium-range cluster bombs, an array of rockets, artillery, and armored vehicles. $375 million. U.S. also said billions more in assistance over coming months would be announced Thursday. $375 million package. The package announced by Blinken includes air-to-ground bombs, which have a cluster munitions. We fired it by Ukraine's fighter jets, as well as munitions for the high-mobility artillery rocket system HIMARS, javelins and other anti-armor systems, mine-resistant ambush protection vehicles, bridging systems, and other vehicles and military equipment. So yeah, don't forget the $8 billion Biden is sending on Thursday. That's not what this is talking about. This is talking about $375 million. Is there $8 billion going on Thursday? Said Wednesday that the U.S. will send Ukraine an undisclosed number of medium-range but $375 million. I think that might be lower down here. I think you're right. Latest package of weapons. It comes to nearly $6 billion in funding for the Ukraine aid. It could expire at the end of the month unless Congress acts to extend the Pentagon's authority to send weapons from its stockpiles in Kiev. So, is Biden sending it? Yes. But the Congress is also voting to send it. That's the way the system is supposed to work. A U.S. official said, however, that Biden administration is expected to notify Congress on Thursday of its intent to send the remaining amount of money the Presidential Drawdown Authority contained, supplemental budget, fiscal year, blah, 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 nerd stuff. So, yeah, they're sending all of that. Have you seen how Kiev is right now? No. Are they fighting really? Are they knocking it down, tearing shit up right now? The puppy is yelling at me. Oh, so yeah, so I've got this right here. U.S. to announce $8 billion military aid package when Zelensky visits the White House. Yeah. So the other place was calling it 6, but that's what's the difference between 6 and 8 billion? I mean, nothing really, right? That was sarcasm. Restaurants open, beautiful women walking the streets. Schools open. Okay. Well, right, because they're farther away from the war. They're not at the front. Kiev is the capital, not the front. I mean, if you went to Moscow, it would look really nice too, with beautiful women walking around the streets, schools open. But they're also in a war. That's the thing about war is it's horrible, nightmare, hellish right there on the line, right there where it's happening. But a few hundred miles away, you wouldn't even notice. It's a big country. It's a big place. Wait, Donald Trump told me that the entire country was destroyed. Donald Trump told me that the entire country of Ukraine is gone, wiped off the map, and never to be. It's impossible to rebuild it. I'm starting to think he doesn't know what he's talking about. It was different 2 years back. Russia was at the gates. Well, right, that was 2 years ago. Right, then they pushed them back and they kept them away, and now its people are still living lives. It's countries in war can still live lives. It's not fun, but life goes on. Let's see. Do we have any other things to look at? Okay. Yeah, here we go. Images show Russia's new Sarmat missile suffered major test failure. So this was supposed to be their big ICBM. It just left a crater on the ground rather than taking off and flying to another continent and then blowing somebody up with a warhead. It suffered a catastrophic failure in a test of its Sarmat missile, key weapon in the modernization of its nuclear arsenal, according to arms experts who have analyzed satellite images of the launch site. The images captured by Maxar on September 21st show a crater about 60 meters wide at the launch silo at the Pellets Cosmodrome. The Pelletsk Cosmodrome. I've never been anywhere as cool as the Plesetsk Cosmodrome. Man, that's a cool place. I wish I could go to the Plesetsk Cosmodrome. Sounds like a cool place. But anyway, maybe not so cool now that it's got a big old crater. I think we've been over-exaggerating the Russian military for a while. They've been sucking ass for the past couple of years. They're getting their asses handed to them by our third string equipment run by Ukrainians. I think Ivan siphoned off all the rocket fuel and turned it into hooch. And so their rockets aren't flying right. Their equipment's way too old. Their stuff's too rusty and unkept because nobody was doing it. Their soldiers were more interested in making money and making hooch and fucking off instead of actually doing their job, and it shows. They have not kept up on their preventive maintenance. How about the roughly 4 million Ukrainians who decided to seek refuge in Russia as opposed to fleeing west? Well, that's entirely possible. The people in the Donbass, is that what you're talking about? The people in the Donbass used to be part of the Soviet Union. Soviet Union fell apart. So they remember that part. Then Putin has been infiltrating the Donbass, seeding it with people, convincing them to speak Russian. He's been putting people in there. He's been putting almost CIA agents, not actual uniformed troops, but sending spies over there to convince people, hey, you should be part of Russia. Russia is great. We love Russia. It's so good. Speak Russian. Don't speak the Ukrainian language or whatever dialect they have. And then when he comes in, he has a better excuse for taking the country from them. So he can look at an audience. He can look into Putin can go onto a camera and say, look, these people all love Russia. They all speak Russian and they want to be a part of us. And it is a information warfare is what it is. I mean, imagine Mexico suggesting that they should be able to take Los Angeles. It's full of people who speak Spanish, isn't it? So, I mean, they've got a pretty good claim. But we would be upset with that. We would suggest, no, that's our territory. So, let's see. What else we got? So I've got, let's see. Let's do the real news, and then we'll come back for Alex Jones. 3 minutes of Alex Jones here in a minute. I'll put my tinfoil hat on, and we'll listen to Alex Jones for 3 minutes. So this just popped up. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is expected to face federal charges by prosecutors out of the Southern District of New York as soon as tomorrow. For what?
Breaking news this evening to bring you tonight involving the mayor of America's largest city. This one. The New York Times is reporting tonight that New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on federal charges. NBC News has not independently verified that report, and the Times reports that those charges remain sealed as of this evening. So we do not know what those charges are and
that was the only thing I wanted to know is what he did.
They include or do not include. Joining me now is MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin. Lisa, if you could, for people outside of New York City and even in New York City, could you put into perspective the sort of wide circle of indictment and investigation that surrounds the mayor of our fair city?
So, Alex, tonight we're only aware of one indictment, and so far the New York Times is reporting that only Mayor Eric Adams is the subject of that indictment. But as you just noted, the last several months have been swirling with rumors of multiple investigations surrounding New York's Mayor Eric Adams and others in his closest circles. That includes former police commissioner Edward Caban. It includes schools chancellor David Banks, who announced yesterday his intent to retire in December. It includes Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright, who is also the chancellor's partner, and multiple other city hall aides, campaign aides, and people who are associated with those folks, including brothers, for example, of the former police commissioner and of the school's chancellor. So there are multiple ongoing investigations.
But we don't know what they're about yet. So that's that. I'll check into it tomorrow. That's fine. Eric Adams is a piece of shit. That's why I put that silly graphic up on the start screen. Wait, where's my start screen? Look at this. Midwest Dems with a 1-seat majority get all kinds of stuff done, but the mayor of New York can't get any progress done. Hey, Carolinas, how's it going? Eric Adams, not a good guy. He has been entirely anti-immigrant in New York City, you know, the place where Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty exists. And he's like, no, we cannot have any immigrants. Do not bring me your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Yuck, there's no freedom here. Do not come here. He's been real bad about that. You'd think he'd be better at that, but no. That's the problem with New York politics. You run as a progressive. You run as super left-wing AOC Bernie. That's who you run as. But then once you get elected, you have to make the money for the rich people. And so you have to you flip on a dime after the election, after you win. And you start doing things for the big businesses that are in that city. And do what you can for the moneyed elites of New York City, which there are lots of. So that's what he does. And those moneyed elites are like, no more immigrants. We don't have any room for them. They don't have any money. Get rid of them. And he's being indicted for something. I don't know what yet. We'll find out tomorrow. And maybe we'll talk about it on Saturday if it's anything interesting. If it's just procedural, he took a bunch of money from some rich person. That's probably what it is election, not interference, but like election finance incongruity. So he took some money from somebody that he shouldn't have, and that helped him get elected. And he didn't report it the right way, or they gave too much or something like that. That's what I suspect it is. But maybe it's something wild. Maybe it's something fun. I don't know. I'll take a look at it tomorrow. And then, okay, ready? We've got 3 solid minutes of Alex Jones. I waited until the end just in case this gets me kicked off of YouTube. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what he's going to say, but we're going to have a good time. Okay, so everybody put on your tinfoil hats. I'm going to get mine right now. Okay, hats on, ready to roll, ready for the Godfather, Alex Jones here, to give us his opinions and tell us what's going on. So we're going to hear directly from him for about 3 minutes, and hopefully, maybe, if I'm lucky, this doesn't get me kicked off of YouTube or Twitch or Kick. So away we go.
Now you hear about the humanized mice that are part human, or salmon that are part grasshopper that grow twice as fast and kill all the real normal salmon. And just, folks, Tucker talks about aliens and absolutely there's stuff going on. The globalists are making aliens by mixing humans and other animals and insects and plants.
The globalists are making you aliens. The globalists are making aliens, folks. This is where we're at. This is where we're at.
And then they put them, they gestate them and use cow uteruses to grow them. This is going on everywhere. So there's like a breakaway whole civilization.
Ooh, breakaway civilization. Breakaway civilization is one of my favorites. The breakaway civilization. Do you guys know this one? It's a suggestion that the Illuminati and the deep state and all the people who are in charge have equipment and science and technology that's 3 levels above ours, right? So you and I are talking across the internet. They have super internet. They have the cures for cancer. They have the cures to all the diseases. They create all the diseases and all that shit. And this is the nonsense that he pushes, that they have this separate society that you don't get to know about. It's sort of like what was that game, BioShock, where all the smartest people go and live under the ocean, and they stay under there, and they've got all the best stuff and stuff like that. That's what he's talking about when he talks about breakaway society. It's one of my favorites.
This separate from us, the globalists have with life extension technologies and cures to cancer.
Okay, so he is going into it. Good.
And Parkinson's. But instead of giving us all the cures, they're keeping that for themselves, and they're just getting ready to wipe all us out so we don't even have access to that, whether you think of it as moral or not. But they even had, people didn't believe me when I talked about it when I was reading the documents because we weren't on TV then. I'm reading this on air, and people are thinking that they weren't all getting MIT quarterly. Then MIT, about 7 years ago, looked this up.
I might look it up.
Humanoid hybrid chimeras are gestating at facilities across the United States. And it goes on to say, part pig, part human, part cow, part human, so that they won't be rejected by the cows that are growing them. They then harvest the organs, they harvest the stem cells, and they've got facilities now with thousands of cows per facility with humanoids growing in them. And this is in the literature.
It's there. All you have to do is find it. You got to go and look it up. It's there on the internet. Everybody knows it. Okay. I have to keep pausing it just so I can say this is crazy. This is nonsense. This is conspiracy theory. Don't kick me off of YouTube, please. Let's keep going. If you let him go for a full 3 minutes, I think I might get kicked off.
And they don't like me because I go, here's the literature, but they won't let you on the basis. And let me tell you, with the spider goats 25 years ago, I called
spider goats. You better run. You might as well just crawl into a hole and die. Spider goats. What are you going to do? You can run from a spider goat? God, no. They're going to catch you, man. They're going to string up a web and they're going to get you. Can you outrun a spider goat? God, no. They have 10 legs. 8 plus 4 is 12. Maybe they have 12 legs. I don't know. They have a lot of legs, spider goats. And there's just no way you can get away from them. There might be one behind you right now. If there's a spider goat killing you right now in chat, let me know. Now that we're on to them. They've marked you.
All up one of the places in New York where they've got spider goats that are part spider. Okay, and their milk makes body armor. And I get the head guy, a private
makes body armor. That's not a sentence I was expecting to hear, and I have a tinfoil hat. Their milk makes body armor. Has he been are we sure he just didn't see this in a Spider-Man movie? Wasn't it the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie where he went into the thing and they were creating the spider silk or something like that? Like, I hated the movie and I was screaming the entire time, so it was hard for me to remember it. But I kind of remember Andrew Garfield walking into like this secret place where they're creating this spider silk. I don't know. My child goes to school in Texas. Yeah, he's got to look up every article you find that leads to the InfoWars site. These people are stupid. Listen to him. Stupid. Yeah, reason bleach does not need to drink. Do not drink labels. Absolutely right, Carolina. So here we go. We got another. God, that was only a minute and a half. There's more. This guy goes on for hours if you let him.
Contractor in the Pentagon. He's happy. Like, he comes on. 2 days later, he calls back. He goes, "The Pentagon's really mad. They didn't even tell me it was classified. They're going to kill me if you don't take down that interview." Okay, so you're hearing all this. Look up spider goats. 30-year-old stuff. Okay.
Did the guy die? Like, did you take it down? Are you talking about it now? Are you going to get him killed? I don't know.
All of this, so as good as I tell you stuff is, it's also bad because there's a breakaway civilization that's really in like the year 2045, according to their estimates. They've already got way more advanced AI, everything else, but they can't get full control of the human population yet, because in an hour, if we wanted to tear up all the equipment and the AI systems and shut it down, we could. It's not that it's bad in of itself, it's how it's being deployed against us. That's why they've got to get rid of the farms and the ranches and the gardens and people knowing how to build things and do things. They've got to make us obsolete first, and then they're going to release.
Oh, okay. So he's talking about the fact that you can't drink raw milk. He's still very upset about the raw milk thing. Like, it's bad for you and it carries disease. Like, you will get sick if it's not handled perfectly. You know what's not handled perfectly? Anything, ever, anywhere. And he's still mad that you can't go to a farm and get raw milk. Pasteurize that shit. It's fine. It doesn't ruin the milk. It's not some superfood.
The real bioweapons that kill the majority of people. That's why COVID was just a drill, and they admit it was, to get us locked down. So when they release the real bioweapon, you just stay at home and die like you're supposed to. But we're not going to do it. And if they release the big bioweapon, we know who to go after, Bill Gates. We'll get you in your bunker. And Zuckerberg will bring you to justice legally and lawfully through the court system.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad he put that in there at the end. He's a crazy person. He's saying untrue things. Don't kill my stream, YouTube. Let's see if it's still up. Let's make sure it's still up. It is still up. Oh, good. Haven't been booted yet. Okay, thank you. So, he adds one. He says the crazy things that aren't real. He says 1,000 things that are nonsense, madness, over exaggeration. He misunderstands genetic research and then creates a delusion in his head about spider goats, and then spreads fear to you so that you'll watch and you'll click and you'll listen and you'll put on your tinfoil hat and you'll tell all your friends, hey, you hear about the spider goats? So yeah, he's over exaggerating the idea that you can't drink raw milk. Some people think that the government is trying to protect you. I know. Maybe they shouldn't protect you if you really, really, really want to drink something that'll kill you. But they don't want people shipping raw milk around because it gets contaminated. It goes bad quickly, and it will poison you and you will die. They don't want that. They need you to pay your taxes next year, and you've got car loans. So don't want you to die. It's bad for society if a bunch of people drink things that are supposed to be healthy and it actually kills them. Bad for society. So they prevent that shit. But instead of recognizing and understanding that, they scream bloody murder about government censorship, folks. They're going to take it away from you. They won't let you drink milk. And he they're taking away all the ranches. Well, he exaggerates what they're actually doing. He has to see legal lawful in the court systems. Can he stand by his own words? Yeah, and he does that at the end to legally lawfully. He does that at the end of all his shows. He does that all the time. He will, because I used to watch him. I used to be a conspiracy theorist a long time ago until I got better. So he does this on a lot of his shows. He will tell you crazy nonsense and then qualify it at the end with, I'm just an entertainer. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Or we're going to do that lawfully, don't worry. Gets people riled up about it, and they don't hear the CYA. Yeah, exactly. They don't hear the cover your ass at the end. And so he does that. He used to do that on all the time. Hillary's a pot-bellied atheist who eats babies. But what do I know? I'm just a clown on TV. And he throws the little bit in there at the end. But you don't get the first bit if you're just watching the clips usually. And his fans don't listen to that part. They tune that part out. Just like Donald Trump, they pick and choose the things that he says that they like. That's what he said. If they didn't like what he said, zoop, it ceases to exist. And he never said it. You know, Donald Trump said when it came after a mass shooting, he said, grab the guns first, due process second. That's what he said. That's not what Republicans want, and that's very much against. That's gun control is what it is. But he didn't know because he's an idiot. And his fans don't know that he said that. They don't remember that he said that. And if I point it out to them, they're like, no, he just misspoke, or it wasn't important, or he just slipped up, or it wasn't his actual thoughts, or after he talked to his team, he understood what he'd said wrong and corrected it. They'll create anything they want, just like for Alex Jones. Spider Goat will be ignored forever if one time someone says at MIT, yeah, we put some genes from a spider into a goat. Of course they did. It's how gene editing works. It's how science happens. But it doesn't mean that their milk is making body armor. What the hell? What is he talking about? Like, I think they're milking the goats and then getting the spider web to turn into flak jackets or something like that. That doesn't even make any sense. Well, that was a thing. Wasn't that fun? That was silly, but it was fun. So yeah, not too much super important headline news going on tonight. I mean, World War III is happening again, so there's that. But other than that, that's about all we got going on tonight. So I'm going to start up Vampire Survivors, play some levels there for about an hour or so. Feel free to hop in to chat. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what type of stories we should be looking at. Tell me what you think about any of those stories. Tell me, where did Steam go? I swear I had it open. There it is. Give me your political hot takes. Exclamation TTS in Kick or Twitch chat to have the lovely lady Knooch read your stuff out to me. It still doesn't work in YouTube chat. I'm sorry, Carolinas. I tried again, and it still doesn't function. I cannot get it to function. I am not smart enough. I am not a clever man. And, oh yeah, we can type the regular stuff in here. Hop over to Discord if you want to leave a link. You can go to the Discord right there and leave links. I'll bring them up onto the screen and we'll talk about them and we'll feel them all together. Or you can go to YouTube right there, watch the old YouTube videos, the shorts. I take all of these streams, I turn them into little smaller segments, put them up as individual videos, about 10 to 15, 20 minutes long usually. And then I try to pump out a video every day or so, or at least a short every day. So if you miss a stream or something like that, or you get too tired of hearing me talking between the little bits, you can get just a little the information. Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. Thanks for coming by, Carolinas. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it doesn't work. Let's get this game started. Window capture off. Game capture on. Vampire Survivor. There it is. Let's bring it down a little bit. Yeah, there's just something about the program that just I cannot get to function. Let's go to start. Now, did I get a new level? I think I did get a new level. Let's take a look. You're addicted to Vampire Survivors? Yeah, me too. I don't know how to get the Bat Guy. It's as simple as ABC. Obtain the Ring of Rings. Or this one, unlock condition, forsake victory in favor of sightseeing in Carlo Kart. I went to Carlo Kart a couple of times. I don't know how to unlock that one. So let's get, this one took me forever, Sammy. You had to kill like 6,000 of those friggin' cupcake guys. And that took me a while. We'll take the gun guy. He's my best. And we'll go into, did I have a new level? I have a new level to go to. I got the thing there. Carlo Kart. So, sightseeing in Carlo Kart. Once known as the King Bible Underground train station, these tunnels beneath the laboratory now host chaotic, clandestine, and incredibly dangerous go-kart races run by the lizard man King Carlo. So how do I take a detour? I wonder. Dark Osso. Yeah, if I don't figure it out, I'll ask you for help. If I get through this whole level and can't find a detour. Oh gosh, Bobo. Okay. We're gonna take a quick Bobo break. Bobo the baby bark boy is down on my feet, growling at me. This is his favorite toy, and he loves it. It's a dead rabbit. See? Dead rabbit. And he just wants to go nuts and chase it all day long, every day. He wants me to throw it so he can chase it forever. 26 hours a day, he would chase that rabbit if I let him. And then if I don't throw it, he sits down here at my feet and just growls at me. All right. Bobo, the baby bark boy. Let's go. There's a guy up there. I might have missed it already. Who's that guy with the... Oh, that's just a regular enemy, right? Oh, yeah. That's from the Dark Osso. Okay. So we're thinking, it said take a detour. It seems to only go one direction. If I hit the speed up boosty things, is that going to help me? Do I have to get to the end of the race? Maybe I need to hit every speed up boosty thing. And speed, speed, speed. Gotta go fast. Feel the need for increased rates of velocity. Missed that one. Run over. Okay. They cheered for me. That's nice. So I finished a lap. Maybe I finished enough laps fast enough. Ah, missed it. Well, I want a tiramisu. Nobody wants the bats. Get out of here, bats. Cool. Pentagram is actually pretty good. Damn it. I missed that one too. But feel free to hit me with your political hot takes, ideas, questions, thoughts. Treasures are hard to get in here. Yeah, they are. I don't want that. Spinach. Did I get a bunch of bonuses for finishing that? Okay. All right, we're not going to miss a green one this time. Maybe that'll do it. Santa water is usually pretty good. I'm not going to miss a green. I'm not going to miss a green. I'm going to finish this as fast as possible. I have the sword? When the hell did I get the sword? Where the hell did that come from? I hate the sword. Oh, the green thing got killed by the pentagram too. Damn. The speed booster got murdered. Didn't see that one coming. Yeah, it gives me a bunch of bonuses. Across the finish line. Okay. Do I get more bonuses for going faster? It makes sense. It's a racetrack, right? Isn't exactly a detour, like the thing was telling me. I was running over Rudy Giuliani's Michigan and Minnesota gaff earlier tonight and had a chuckle. Okay, he got the. Did he get the states wrong? I did see him. What was he talking about? He's coming after the people who are trying to kill Trump. I'm like, wait a minute, we already got them. You're gonna chase him down? You're gonna get him, Rudy? Bobo's back. Okay. That boss is killing me. Okay, I don't think I could have done it any faster than that. So, maybe there's a detour somewhere. There's a way to ramp off of the track or something? Can't go backwards. All I can do is slow down. Bobo's barking. I don't see your toy, dude. Where is it? He lost his toy. He's mad at me. What happened to the Kraken lady? Well, she got sued into oblivion. And I don't think she ever came back from that. She got sued by Smartmatic or whatever it was called. That the election, the poll, the voting machine company, because she just said such crazy, not true things about them. And apparently, if you say crazy, not true things about a company in America, they get to sue you. Finish another lap. So yeah, maybe this is like the tower, where if you keep going down for a really long time, you get that extra character on the tower. And just keep going to the right, as far as I can. I'll make it. So if I don't die. Going full speed is treacherous. The puppy dog under my feet doesn't help. Puppy dog. Go get Robots. Rob the robots. And the Reaper. On a minecart. Come to get me. Okay, the robots are taking way too many hit points out of me. Look at that chicken. There we go, chicken. Not to give you another obsession there, Carolinas, but have you tried some of the other games in this new genre of Vampire Survivors? I played... what was the other one that we played for a while? It looked and felt a lot like Diablo 2, but it was very similar to Vampire Survivors. It was called Halls of Torment. Halls of Torment, same idea. You start off, you fight all the things, and then you get your weapons, and then you unlock some more characters and stuff like that. It's like this, but with Diablo 2. Death Must Die is the other one that we played. I liked Death Must Die, but I'm waiting for its next couple of expansions to come out because I've beaten the shit out of the game. It's a little easy. I'm not saying it's not like Vampire Survivors is super duper hard, but Death Must Die, yeah, it only has like 2 or 3 levels at the moment. Or last time I played it only had a couple of levels, and they were a little on the easier side, and then it had a skill tree for each of the characters, so you can really buff them up and put your skill points in there, sort of like an MMO. And I think I got most of everything done in Halls of Torment. I think I got all the characters and stuff like that, but then I was waiting for it to also come out with a new update. Alright, evolved the pentagram. It's a very good one. Should get up quite a few levels too. We got that one's good for this one. Get more bullets. It's fun to see that long line of gems just chasing behind me. It's not really how magnets work. What was that movie with the magnets and the cars? Was that one of the Fast and Furious movies? Somebody was playing it at work one day, and I was like, this is the most awful thing I've ever seen. That's not how magnets work. I think it was. It was one of the. I don't remember which one. I don't actually watch them. But it was one of them, and they had magnets, and they were throwing cars all over hell and back with their magic magnets. A few earlier mobile ones, Magic Survival is good. Cool, flashy evolution combos. Okay, Magic Survival. I'll give that a look too. Because this is like my new favorite genre, you know? I'm so glad that it became a genre. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Chickens. I don't want the bat. Nobody wants the bat. Maybe I need the bat. Take the bat. Maybe it's important. Maybe I need it. Maybe that's the thing that I haven't ever gotten. Because I've never taken the bat in this level. Let's evolve the bat. Or die a horrible death because I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm going to stay alive. We're going to get the bat. Loads. No more rushing forward headlong. We're just evolving the bat. Bunch of Reapers. That might be a good sign. I'd like them to get off my ass, though. What evolves the bat? Do I have the right items? I don't. I need the black heart, which I can't even get. All right. Ernest Goes to Prison, great magnet movie. Know what I mean, Vern? Yes. We get a drone. Minutes dead. We're gonna revive and try and outrun this fool. That did not work. We're gonna revive and try and outrun this fool. It did not work again. We're gonna quit. All right, Carolinas. What have I missed? How is there a off ramp or something? It says that I've got to, is it the bat guy? Have I done it wrong? Symbols ABC, obtain the ring of rings. No, it's this one. Forsake victory in favor of sightseeing in Carlo Kart. How do I go sightseeing? Huh. Should we take the bird? No. Who should we take? Somebody weird. Hidden coffin? Oh. I didn't see one. Mad Groove. I don't think Mad Groove does me any good here. We'll do the beginning because it's pretty good. Okay. We're looking for a hidden coffin. How and where? Sightseeing. How do we go sightseeing? Do we jump off of our cart? You got anything for me? No? I didn't think so. Hidden coffin. There's no coffins on the map. So... this is also... well, I'm not changing anything. So we're going to go back. This is also another level. Options, we're going to quit. We're going to come to this level, but from the other side, when we're not on a cart. And it's not Carlo Cart, it's the laboratory. Right, yeah. Wow, trousers running, never noticed before. Yeah. Yeah, he's jogging alongside you. Let's do Mad Groove, yeah. So this is the same place, right? Or kind of. There's a cart. And you get the trains. But it's not the same. There's the switch. Yeah, there you go. There's the train. But I don't think this is right either. Yeah, no. It's got to be in Carlo Cart. Inverse. Okay, what if we turn it around? Go the other direction. Yeah, the spread gun is really good. And then if you evolve it, you get a little drone that also shoots the spread gun. So you got it yourself and you got the little drone. So we put it inverse. Let's see if that does it for me. Then we go the other way. Okay, it's definitely in Carlo Cart. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just going to watch the top here, see if there's a way I can get out. If I can break out of the map or something. see anything up top. I don't see anything down the bottom. Puppy dog got on my feet again. Here we go. Oh, Meg's one? Okay. I really like the phaser. I don't know if that was part of one of the expansions or not, but it just makes a cool little blink blonks noise. Makes me happy. Yeah, and it sounds cool. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Right on, yeah. It does. It has a really good, satisfying evolution. I agree. Oh, there's no lag on your tablet's lag? Okay, good. Cool. Yeah, usually I do get a lot of it. Maybe my computer's running better. I'm looking at the stream over here on the monitor and it doesn't look bad at all. So that's cool. Alright, this time I'm going to try to outrun. I should have got the stopwatch. I'm going to try and outrun the Reaper at the end, maybe. Maybe that'll do it. It's a hidden treasure box, or hidden coffin. I just don't see it. Okay, wait a minute. I've never seen it, but this guy, this character, looks kind of like no, he just has that weapon. Never mind. Maybe I need to get that weapon and evolve it. The diamond, the bouncing diamond. What if we try that? We'll get the bouncing diamond. God, I don't think I've ever seen it in there. Maybe I could buy it from the running guy? Does somebody start with the bouncing diamond? Yes. Bouncing diamond is there. Here we go. We're going to go to Carlo Karts. Go. Get, yeah, beginning. Oh, didn't need to be reversed. Nope. No, don't need any of that. Never mind. Then, what do I need to evolve the diamond? I rarely ever pick it, but armor. Okay. Let's get the armor. That's not armor. Bouncing diamonds are working pretty good on this level. Even if that wasn't the right answer, they're doing me pretty good. I'm outrunning my diamonds now. Not a good idea. There's the silver wind. I think that will do good in this level too, because it goes on each side of it. It's a very horizontal weapon. Four Seasons, don't love the Four Seasons, but I've already got the item, I need to evolve it. We're gonna do it. And I'm done. I'm taking the Bible because it was mentioned in the intro of the level. Yeah, it's not the root tracer is not a bad weapon. It's just that I have to take the armor to evolve it, and I never take the armor. You know, I always want the book, the spinach, and the candle. Don't want the garlic. No, thank you. I guess the last thing I should get is the clock and try and outrun the Reaper at the end. Ugh. Taking damage. Good gold farm tips. Turning off 4 chicken, light sources, gold bags. Sealed 37 garbages from level up options. Oh yeah, that's nice. There's the armor. Should I take the sword? I was kind of hoping for the clock. I haven't seen it in this level once. Freeze enemies. Small chance. Do need one of these. Missed it. Robots. Robots. There's the clock. There it is. There we go. All right, evolved that. Maybe that's what I needed. Extra treasure bosses. Yeah. Yeah, it's blowing up all over the place. It's the evolved sonic gun. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to survive. This bitch. Now, isn't there one that makes the, one of these makes those guys go slow? Where is it? I only have one reroll. Not this one. Freeze animation generates. Freeze enemies. There we go. So freezing enemies too. Just running circles around the eyeball. Yeah, it's getting me a lot of freezes. Look at all those freezes. Maybe I can freeze the final Reaper and then keep running past him. But I think I'm out of Resurrects, so I might actually be in trouble. Okay. The freeze isn't working on these guys. Alright, well, that didn't work. I used up all my stuff beforehand. Damn it. Yeah, I usually don't, but I didn't seem to work on the guy anyway. What time is it? It's almost time to go. Alright, what am I short? Even the things you pick up make my tablet all glitchy. Let's see. I'm almost done with the third adventure. So I think what I'll do is I'll come back on... what am I doing? Am I going to do this on Thursday morning? Maybe. Probably not tomorrow. But Friday morning I'll do Dwarf Friday. And then Saturday, if I have time, I'll come back and start doing this third adventure. So what's the trick there? What if I missed on the minecart level? Just give me a little hint. There's a secret hidden coffin, but I don't know how to get to it. Other than picking up certain weapons and evolving specific weapons, I don't know what I would do. And I tried running it backwards. That didn't seem to help. I have to bring a specific person. Turn off the inverse. Can't stop moving. Yeah, it doesn't seem there's anything there. Random events, random level up. No. Endless, that would be long and boring, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's the trick. Hyper or hurry. No. Nope and nope, yeah. Hang on, what am I missing over here? Sealed 0. Well, I got 211 of 213. Which ones am I missing? What is that? Not yet found. Sealed? The hell does sealed mean? Oh, that means I never get them. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I could seal some of these. I never want this red sword. Ever. Man, the red sword is terrible. Is that an evolution for the victory sword? That would be weird. I didn't think you could evolve it. And now we're playing Minecraft all of a sudden. Everything else is fine. The drill. Fuck off, drill. Nobody wants you. Shadow painting garbage. Throw the laurel out too. This piece of shit. Get out of here. Maybe the spear. I'm looking at you, spear. What are these? Oh, these are the... Yeah, these are the items that you get. Okay, I got you. I got those one time and forgot they existed. Oh, you can stop either these from popping up as well. Okay. Well, I don't want to seal anything else off. All right, so I'm going to quit for the evening for tonight. Yeah, relics. Yeah. I picked them up and I forgot that they even existed. That's it for me tonight. I appreciate everybody who's here. Thanks for coming in, Carolinas. Thanks for sticking around, Shinsinto. Carrot, thanks for following on the Kick. It's very nice. 40 more people follow me on Kick, and then maybe I'll get to, what's it called? Monetized over there, too. Let's see. Today is Wednesday, so I'll be back on Friday morning, most likely. Friday morning for Dwarf Friday. I like to do... Friday morning dwarf stream. Very fun. I talk with a terrible Scottish accent. Come by. I'll play a dwarf building game, the Return to Moria. Very silly, fun game. And then Saturday for more politics. And that'll be it. That's it for me tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming in, and goodbye.